I gave my daughter up for adoption 22 years ago, and I'm asking TikTok to help me find her. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet and to the point because I really want to find my daughter. Um, Back in 2001, I moved from Oklahoma to Baton Rouge. I was ending a marriage and moving on to my single life. And I actually went to go live with my dad. I was only 20 years old. So I ended up going and staying with my dad for a few months. And I was out partying. Like every weekend, I was always out. You could always catch me outside. One weekend I went out with people who I didn't know all that well, but I went out with them, not like my usual group of friends, and I ended up getting gang raped. The next morning I woke up naked. My clothes were 2 feet from my body, and I was on the side of the road somewhere. I never told anyone exactly what happened to me that night. Everyone assumes that I was in a relationship with someone at work, which I wasn't. I let them assume what they wanted to assume. I've been SA'd as a child, so no one believed me then, so I didn't expect anyone to believe me now. There's a reason why women don't speak up a lot of times, because sometimes it's your own people. So I ended up getting pregnant as a result of that graping. And I didn't want to go through with an abortion, so I decided to go ahead and give her up for adoption. I found an adoption agency in Sandy, Utah. It was called N Adoption Agency. And I wanted to make sure that my baby girl went to someone amazing. And I didn't pick anyone until after she was born. Now, when I was at the hospital after I had given birth, this beautiful little blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl came in the room. She was friends with one of the ladies that was helping me through my case, her daughter. So their daughters were playing, and when I went into labor, they were still together, so she came with her. Well, she ended up falling in love with my daughter, and she told her mom, like, I met her, I want her, like, can we go get her? Can we bring her home? She's beautiful. And the mom came and saw, and she fell in love with her too, and everybody was like over the moon over this little girl. So I said, okay, I'm okay with it. They had already adopted a little boy at the time. He was 9 years old. So I was like, yeah, you guys already know the routine. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's do this. I want my baby to have everything that I can't give her. At 20 years old, I couldn't give her shit. I didn't have anything. I really didn't. I didn't have my life together whatsoever, not even a little bit. So I ended up giving her up for adoption. And the way that I remember the sequence of events, and I'm trying to keep it quick because I know after a while you guys start to taper off. Anyways, I went from Colorado because I moved from Baton Rouge back to Colorado to be close to family. So I went from Colorado to Sandy, Utah, where they kept me in an apartment. And then after I gave birth in the hospital, we went back to the apartment to pack up. And I remember going to a Mexican restaurant and having dinner with the adoptive parents and some of the people from the adoption agency, and just saying my goodbyes then. I can't even begin to tell you, that is one of the hardest things that anybody can do. So if you're an adoptive parent, just understand that our love for our kids is so much more than you can ever imagine. For us to give a piece of ourselves to you, that is heavy. And for me being 20 years old, I had no counseling, none whatsoever. After that, I had no counseling, so I had no idea what I was doing. And I went into a major depression. I was drinking every single day. And when I tell you, the people at the liquor store already knew, oh, you want E&J? That was my drink of choice. I would drink E&J until I couldn't feel anything. And I was good. I did that for 3 months after I had her. I couldn't take it. I still felt her inside of me. I still felt her moving. I love my kids. I have 7 total, and that's her included. So I love children. I just knew at that time in life I wouldn't be able to do it. So, this is part one. I'm going to do the rest in a part two.